On Savage Outdoors this year, we're doing something a little bit different. Our Midwest whitetail hunting season is going to take place from one location. We're going to air 5 weeks of brand new episodes from the same piece of property, the world famous Grigsby Farm. In my opinion, one of the best whitetail properties in the country. And we're going to do our best to kill some of the big bucks that live on this land. All the guys on Savage Outdoors have been working hard, putting their time in, learning this piece of property, getting stands hung, running cameras, planting food plots. We worked all summer to put this together. Our 5-week series of monster whitetails in Illinois. This property is laid out perfect for whitetail habitat. Being one of the largest grain operations in the state of Illinois, obviously it's got enough food. It's got tons of deer, and it's got the genetics to grow giant whitetail bucks. I don't even know where to start. We're so excited to be here and have an opportunity to hunt in the woods where giant bucks live. We say it all the time, you can't kill big bucks unless you're hunting where big bucks live, and they live on this property. We're gonna do our homework. We're gonna locate these mature bucks, try to figure out where they're going and how we can get on them and how we can get a chance for them. We've got over 50 tree stands hung on this piece of property. We're running over 50 spy point cameras. Needless to say, the guys have put a ton of work into this, and we're ready for our Illinois season to start. The stage is set. Everything's ready. It's that time of year. The bucks are starting to get ready. They're scraping every day, checking scrapes, looking for that first doe to come into heat. Now we just need that to happen, that one opportunity at that mature whitetail buck.
An animal, true to its ferocious nature, is savage. An untamed, uninhabitable, and unwelcoming place is savage. A relentless, fierce, wild person is savage. Do you have what it takes to be a savage? The Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Savage Arms, the definition of accuracy, and Field and Stream, where traditions begin.
Hi, I'm Mike Stroff. I have a question for you. For all you guys out there shooting mechanical broadheads, why would you shoot a mechanical broadhead and take the risk of not getting that pass through if you had a fixed blade cut on impact head that'll fly as good or better than any mechanical in the industry? Check out Whack-'em Broadheads. Tell you what, here on Savage Outdoors, when we've got all the guys in camp and we've been out after a long day of hunting, the last thing we want to do when we come in is spend a lot of time in the kitchen preparing a big meal or having to clean up after a big meal. And that's why we love using our can cookers. You can cook anything in 45 minutes or less, and it's some of the best food I've ever eaten. Check out a can cooker, and let's get back to Savage Outdoors.
The Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Field and Stream, where traditions begin. Bad Boy Buggies, Bushnell Optics, Hunter Safety System, Spy Point and most innovative trail and action cameras, True Glow, Whack-'em Broadheads, Conquest Scents, Realtree, Family, Friends, and the Outdoors, Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow, fusion ammunition, tough, accurate, lethal, 10-point crossbows, thermocell, nature blinds, Otis Technologies, Pete Shoe Dryer, and Raptor Razor, the ultimate field dressing knives.
I am excited about Savage Outdoors this week. We are hunting at the world famous Grigsby Farm for the next 5 weeks. That's right, we got a 5-week series on Midwest whitetail hunting pure giant bucks. I cannot wait to get this started. We have been doing our homework. We've got a new lease, running cameras, working hard, planting food plots, setting stands, everything's ready to go. We've got a huge inventory of big bucks, and it all starts this week. Let's get going. It's hot, conditions are not good, but we are hunting in awesome spots like Food Plot Central here. This clover patch, standing corn, this is all food plot corn, we're leaving it. We're right on the transition between the two. Got the creek right behind us, Oak Ridge up behind us here. We're down in the bottom, a little cooler down here, hoping maybe on this hot day, they'll come out and want to eat a little clover and corn. They'll walk right here, we own them. Comes a deer. It's definitely the buck. I don't know. Something in the water, I don't see it. There's too many deer in here. On a crap day, there's too many deer in here. There's gonna be a lot of deer here when it gets good. Man, they want to walk right down that edge, don't they? He's decent. I'd say he's a 3-year-old. The other one was a 2-year-old. He's still got a pencil horn for these deer, but still. We need to pay attention to what can easily happen right here in front of us. I would say he's a year older than that first one. They're getting a little bit bigger. The next one should be 4. There's a buck in front of us. Buck in front of us. Nope. It's like a freaking 3-year-old. First hunt of the year, my favorite spot on the Grigsby Farm. I'm so excited to get down here and get in this stand. There's a giant buck, number of different shooters, but one just pure giant that's been coming out here a ton. Basically from July when I put the cameras out, he was one of the first pictures we got right up to today. I'm hoping I get a chance at this deer, and he just doesn't come out. Kind of a letdown, but really, how many times does it happen on the first time out? But I definitely had my hopes up. A little bit of a letdown. The season started, we're in Illinois. It really can't get any better than this. We're gonna get on some big bucks. The original peat dryer, invented in 1968 by Gene Peat. I'm telling you, they're totally silent. The peat natural drying process, it saves you money by making your gear last longer. It effectively and safely dries a wide variety of different materials: leather, canvas, rubber, and even materials like Gore-Tex. It's easy to use and it's maintenance free. Put your boots on it, plug it in, walk away. And it's made in the USA. Pete Shoe Dryer. When we're on trips, traveling all over the country, North America really, doing hunts here on Savage Outdoors, there's one thing that is very important we always have in our bag or our pack when we're traveling. That's our Otis cleaning kits, so we can keep our guns looking good and shooting good no matter where we're at or what hunt we're on. These kits are small, don't take up hardly any room, and every kit has everything you could possibly need to keep your gun shooting like you want it. Otis Technologies. Let's get back to Savage Outdoors. Our first week hasn't gone exactly like we wanted it to. Just a little bit tough on the weather. We're starting to hunt in mid-October. You always have that lull time in October, and we're definitely in that. We've got some of the guys from Realtree here. Brad Davis is out with Brad Shore. Brad Shore's on the camera. They're gonna try to get on a good deer, and I tell you, first thing in the morning, it's nice and frosty, feeling good. Bucks should be on their feet. They look down in the bottom, and there's a pretty good buck coming up the ridge. Hey, deer.
Second morning in the stand, hunting with Mike Stroff and Savage Outdoors up here in Illinois. Just shot a good mature buck. Second morning, cold front moved in, a little bit windy, but he came in and hit a grunt a couple times and brought him in about 15 yards, and I feel like we made a good shot.
All right, we got Brad and Brad, guys from Realtree up here. Randy actually picked his spot the other day. He called it right. You can see him right up there in the tree. They're up on this top. They got a buck. We broke the ice here at the Grease Feed. Let's get him. There he is.
Awesome.
Cool, buddy.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah. Look at that. Grab a hold of that thing.
Yep.
A little stiff. I made him wait a long time before we come to get him though.
That's a good deal. Proud of him.
Should be. I'd be proud of him. Heck yeah. You know, here on Savage Outdoors, we hunt all over the country. We've got multiple properties that we hunt. I'm an outfitter as well, and I've got over 200 trail cams in the field that I'm using throughout the whole season. I do not have time for cameras not to work or cameras to fail me. When I get to a location, I've got to know where the bucks are. I've got to be able to get on them and up my odds at an opportunity at a good deer. With my clients and my outfitting businesses, same thing. When my guides go run the cameras, they've got to be working. And that's why we use Spy Point cameras. These cameras are awesome. They never let us down. We get up to 15,000 pictures on a set of batteries. If you want a great trail cam, check out Spy Point cameras. Hey, welcome back to Savage Outdoors. I just want to take a quick second, talk about the bows that we're shooting. I get asked all the time, why do you shoot elite bows? It's pretty simple for me, it's shootability. And I know you hear them talk about that all the time, but these bows have the smoothest draw cycle and the sweetest feeling shot. I tell you, I feel like I'm a pretty good bow shot, but people like Levi Morgan that have made the switch to elite, there's a reason for that. It's the best bow in the industry. Don't take my word for it. Go to your local pro shop, shoot the bow, see what you think. Let's get back to the show.
The Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Wild Game Innovations Buck Commander Hex Feeder sets up quick and brings deer in fast. Evolved Harvest, throw and grow extreme oats. Grow more groceries per acre. Campbell Cameras, huge inventory reduction sales going on now. Crossbreed holsters, carry concealed, carry comfortably. Carry the Cross. Cooler Buck, portable walk-in cooler system.
There is nobody that has more time than Uncle Randy on this property, setting stands, putting cameras out, picking locations for food plots, helping food plots get planted. There's a ton of work that goes into setting up a piece of property this big, and Randy deemed this his stand. First time he saw it, he goes, "This is my area down here in this bottom." He named it Magic Valley. Let's see how magical it's going to be on his first sit.
I knew the wind was bad just a little bit, but I'm hoping that it changes. When he got to 38 yards, I had a tree in my way, and I just couldn't do it. I needed him to take 2 more steps, but he cut my wind, and he didn't want nothing to do of it. He sat up there and made a scrape, and the other one is right there with him.
Well, of course, Uncle Randy calls it right. First time out, and there's bucks everywhere. And I don't mean just bucks, shooter bucks. And it's like one after the other. Every 5 minutes, it seems like, hey, here comes another buck. Oh, there's another buck. There's another buck. Oh, he's making a scrape. This one's gonna walk by at 5 yards. I mean, it's insane. Deer everywhere. You can definitely tell when some of these bucks are coming right under the stand where his scent cone is, because those deer will freeze, turn, and it's like they're not spooked. They just kind of trot off or even walk away. He can really do no wrong. Even when they've got his wind, they're still hanging around down there. They're starting to search for does. You can tell these bucks are looking for that first doe in heat.
He's too young.
I know he's getting a little frustrated, but here comes this buck, and they're having trouble aging it. Well, as it gets closer, Randy thinks it's younger. As it gets closer, Jacob, his cameraman, is saying, "Kill him." Early in the season, and Randy decides to pass on this deer. And this deer we become very familiar with. He gets nicknamed the 9-yard 9 because Randy has him at 9 yards right now and decides to pass.
Well, I had down right there dead to rights. But he needs to grow up another year. He's going to be a really nice deer next year. He was just a little bit too young, in my opinion. Although we do need to take out some of these 8s. It's just something. The first day here, I just didn't feel like taking him out or trying to anyhow. But the bucks are chasing the does right here like crazy. There's 3 different bucks right here chasing one doe.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to be hunting the Grigsby Farm, our Midwest Whitetail Series, 5 weeks in a row. So make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have some great hunts for you. These bucks on this property are so impressive. We've got a huge inventory of shooter bucks, and we started it off pretty good this week. Brad Davis, guys from Realtree, had them in camp. I tell you what, this beautiful buck comes walking right up the ridge and he smokes it, breaks the ice for us, gets it done. Great deer, congratulations, Brad. Uncle Randy, he's in Magic Valley, and he's proven that it is magical. There are bucks everywhere. I mean, it's the hottest tree on the property. Stay tuned next week. I promise we'll get some big buck action right here on Savage Outdoors. Thanks for watching.
This segment of Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Evolved Harvest Premium Forage Seed. This is not your row crop seed bought at a co-op. This forage seed doesn't die once it's nipped. Evolved Harvest continues to grow all season long, producing more groceries per acre and ultimately more deer on your land to hunt.
You know, here on the SLV ranches in Texas, we're always looking for different feeds and attractants. You know, there's a couple reasons why you feed. You know, one, keep your deer herd healthy. Keep them healthy year round. Also, to keep them around during hunting season. You know, down here in Texas, we can bait and keep them around these stand locations, or roasted corn freaks from Evolved Habitat. You know, these guys have really thought this through. 2 times the protein that regular corn has and 3 times the fat that regular corn has. Roasted corn freaks, it's good for your deer and it's gonna hold them. Evolved Habitats.
The Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Savage Arms, the definition of accuracy. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. Bad Boy Buggies. Bushnell Optics. Hunter Safety System. Spy Point and most innovative trail and action cameras. True Glow. 10-point crossbows. Conquest Scents. Whack-'em Broadheads. Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. Can Cooker. Field and Stream. Fusion Ammunition. Tough, accurate, lethal. Thermacell. Nature Blinds. Pete Shoe Dryer. And Raptor Razor, the ultimate field dressing knives.